Hello and welcome to this presentation on document management and security with Syntex Copilot Studio and artificial intelligence. Let's have a look at the agenda for this presentation. So what are we going to cover? Well, first I want to show you what is available in the Power Platform in regards to encryption. Then we want to have a look at extracting data with Syntex and chatting with the data in Copilot Studio. Then I will show you a different way how you can chat with your data using plugin actions. And then I will show you how you can update document information using Copilot Studio. So with this short intro, let's directly jump to my demo environment and have a look at how this works. Okay, so I'm here in my demo environment and I'm here in SharePoint in Syntex. If you have not known or if you don't know what is Syntex, have a look at my previous post. But what I want to do is I want to basically show you how to upload a contract and then what happens and how we can interact with these documents. So let's try. I have here contracts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 9. So let's try with number 6. And then see what happens. So I have here contract 6 and you will see that this will be uploaded. So you see here we see first the file, but the columns are empty or blank. Why is that? Well, because in Syntex you have different models that can extract information from this file, and I trained the model in a way that it extracts the period of performance, scope of the work, the customer, statement of work, and so on. A couple of information from the file. And at the same time, I have a flow running that is basically capturing the file and creating a hash key. Why is that? Because I want to make sure that later on I can check whether the document is the original one or not. Let's have a quick look at this flow. So that's it. It triggers when a new contract is created. It gets the file content, holds some information, and then the key information is here. It generates a hash key. That's a standard connector. So I'm taking the SCH256. That's actually a connector that was created by Troy Taylor from Hitachi. So you can find it here. It's a standard connector that we have, but I think it requires a premium license. If we have this connector and I generated this hash key, then the information is stored here in a Dataverse table. So if I'm going here into Dataverse, after a while, I should see here contract number 6. So let's see if the flow was already running. So you can see here, this is the hash that was generated. And that's the one I need later on to compare against a document, the same document basically, and to identify whether a change was made or not. So if a small change was made in the document, this hash key changes, and then I can see, hey, this was changed. So here, if we go back to my Syntex, you can already see that the Syntex model already extracted information, statement of work, here contractor obligations and whatever I found. And that will be shown here in the different columns. So now with this hash key in place, I can create a flow for our auditors. Let's say at the end of the year, our auditor come and say, hey, show me the documents that have changed. And let me show you what this flow is doing. I can start it manually. You can choose a different trigger. But I said, okay, if the auditor comes, he wants to press the button, and then we want to see if something has been changed in the contract, or maybe if you have invoices, whether something was modified or something. So I trigger this. I hold some variables, get the file properties of all of the files in a specific contract folder. And then what I'm doing is the following. On this side here, I get the file content for each file. I regenerate the hash, and then I'm filtering here the Dataverse table, get the original hash, and then I'm comparing these things. And depending on the outcome, I'm updating a variable. So if there's a difference, I'm having here a variable and sending an email. So I will not run it because it might take a couple of seconds, but I can show you the outcome. So the outcome will be an email from a previous run. So in the previous run, these contracts had differences, modifications. So they were not original. Yeah. You don't see exactly what was the change, but you know, okay, this is not the original document anymore. Okay, so that's first thing that I built in here with standard Power Platform encryption tools. And of course, what is available here in the cloud flows is also available in the desktop flows. Yeah, not the same connector, but we have actions there, standard actions that allow you to create this hash key and then do a comparison of the documents. Now, the next thing that I want to show you is if we go back to my SharePoint, then you can see here is statement of work 7922. Yeah? And I want to ask Copilot something about this statement of work. Yeah? I'm here in my Copilot that I created for that. Yeah? And what I did is I was creating a plugin, actually a couple of them, plugin actions. Yeah? And here you see one SUW details. Yeah? So let's try to ask the Copilot if the Copilot has details about our statement of work. I would like to have details of statement of work number, let's double check it, 7922. Okay, and then if you enable this tracking here with the dynamic chaining, you see it goes into this SUW details. Yeah, it looks for this number and a flow is running in the background giving me this information. Yeah, okay, it just gave me some basic information. Yeah, maybe I want to know, let's say, what can we ask for? The customer. Okay, what is the customer? Yeah, and I did not type again the statement of work number. I just said, okay, I want to have the customer for that. Yeah. Okay, now it provides me more detail. It says this one here, and it also gave me some additional information. Yeah. Okay, so you see that you can chat against the extracted information. But now let's say I want to have some information on fees. What is stated in the contract about fees? Yeah. And actually this information was not extracted, so it's not available in any column, and I would expect it cannot find something. Yeah. So the information about fees is nowhere here. Yeah. And why does the Copilot not come up with information? That's because the plugin behind runs the following flow. It basically uses this one. You say, here is my number, and it looks only for the file properties. So I use this connector, nothing else. Yeah? And the connector just looks for the different columns. And because the information is not in the columns, I cannot find it. Yeah? Very easy. Okay, but then let's go here into a different topic. I said then, okay, I want to have contract insights. Yeah? I want to have a different plugin action. And what I'm doing with this one is I can ask for details within the document. So let's try this. Yeah. Let me try to remember what I need to ask for. I think it's what are the details of my contract? And again, dynamic chaining should be on. And you should ask me for this. Yeah. The file name and document. The file name. Okay, I just asked the wrong question, but it doesn't matter. Let's say contract 6. We can try again and then ask a different question, because it identified it based on the description that I gave for this connector. And let's see what it summarizes as details. I hope it will not be too long. Otherwise, we would have to reformulate our question. Oh yeah, you see there are a lot of things included in this contract. And scope of work, you see contractor responsibilities, fees. That's what I was interested in. So there is something about fees available within this contract. Now the question is, how does this work? Of course there's a flow behind, yeah. And if you watched my previous blog posts on the HR Copilot, then you have seen something like this, where I have a flow that has a question and a file name in this case, extracts information. It extracts information here from my SharePoint file, uses AI Builder, yeah, and then uses here the GPT prompt, yeah, this prompt where I have the document content, yeah, so as text, and then I have my question, yeah, and then I return this information back to my Copilot, yeah. Of course, I should have specified my question a bit better, but I think you got the idea, yeah. And if you want to know more details, have a look at my previous post how to set this up, yeah? So it's already great, but there's more what we can do, yeah. You can see what I did here, yeah. I want to check whether this file is still the original one, yeah. So let's say I want to know whether my contract has been modified or changed, yeah. And now let's look again at what this dynamic chaining is looking for. So it says check whether the contract is still the original one, yeah. And now I have to provide the contract name, so it was contract 6, and now it does this hash key comparison that we saw, yeah, with a different flow now, yeah, not a manual trigger, but as one that is automatically triggered, and it says, hey, there's no difference. Of course, we have not changed something, but let's do that. Let's go into this contract and make a change, a little change, of course, yeah. So we go here on edit, and let's highlight this one. Maybe there's something missing. So I save the changes, close the document, and now let's ask the same question. Yeah, and now I should be getting a result that says, hey, there is a change. This is not the original anymore. Huh? Let's wait and see. So you see, differences have been identified in contract. So it recognizes, hey, by comparing different hash keys, there is a difference. Of course, I do not see where exactly, yeah, but I know that's not the original one. Yeah? Okay, there's another thing that I wanted to show you, and this is here in the generative AI. Maybe let's close that to make that a bit larger. So what I can do here in the middle, I can chat with documents that I upload. So if I go here and upload this contract, yeah, and just see it has a size of more than 3 megabytes. If I try doing that, then I will get an error message saying, hey, I cannot. Yeah? But there is one thing that you can use, yeah, and this is this contract insight. Yeah? So if you use this flow that I just showed you, you will be able to ask questions about a document that is even larger than this 3 megabyte. Yeah? So let's say I want to have details of my contract. Can you help? Okay, let's see if this can find something, and comes up with the correct connector. So it says details. Yeah. Oh, it says SUV number. Oh, I did not specify this correctly. So let me see what I have to actually enter and how I describe the topic. So that's something I need to improve. Yeah, I did not provide a detailed description, or not one that allows the bot to identify it. Yeah, contract specific question. So I should have a contract specific question. Let's try this. I have a contract specific question, and now it should ask me about the contract, hopefully. Yeah, you see, now it asked me what specific question do you have. I want to know, or I need some information about fees included in the contract. Yeah, and next question is, okay, what is the file name? It is contract 9. Yeah, that's the large one. The one that has a size of more than 3 megabytes. Yeah? And with this plugin action, we should be able to get a feedback, because this connector can go inside the document, run the flow, summarize it, and then get hopefully an answer if there is something stated about fees or something, what we ask for. So let's wait a second and then have a look. Yeah, so there is a feedback at least, based on the information, fee schedule, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's very, very good. Yeah, so even if you have documents that are larger than the size that you see here in the generative AI section, you can use custom plugins to chat with your documents, even if they're larger. Yeah? The only thing you have to make sure is do a better job than I did in regards to describing when a topic is used. Yeah? When you want to use the SUW details and whether you want to use these contract insights. Yeah? That's a key, so that dynamic chaining can directly identify what you want to use and when. Yeah? Of course, the other thing that you can also do with this is, if we go back to our plugin actions, is you can not only extract data, but you can also update file information. So I have here something where I say, hey, I want to update my project or contract or file properties. Yeah? And I say, hey, this is used for updating the file description. So what I want to do is basically here, I want to fill this description here. Yeah? So let's see how this works. Let's say I want to update the file or the contract. I think I call it contract description. Can you please help? And let's turn this on to see if we are on the correct path. Okay, it already find something based on my previous chat. That's not exactly what I wanted to have, but let's say I want to make this change, and then fees included in the contract. This would be the description. Otherwise, I should have started a new section. But once this flow is through, we should get a feedback saying, hey, the update has been made. Let's wait for this. Update has been made. So if we refresh this one, then the description should be stated here. But not yet. Let's see. If not, we can try again. I cannot really see that. Let's try again. Okay, it was number 9. I did it for number 9. Let's see. Refresh this and try to do it again. For contract number 6, I want to update my contract. And I only said, okay, I want to have a single field, but of course you can do other things. You can create sales orders, whatever, and create them directly out of Copilot. Yeah. Now you see here, I have to provide the name of the contract. So let's say contract 6. And then I can say, what is the new description? This is my new description for contract 6. Yeah. Again, a flow will run in the background once I confirm this, and then we should see in a second the update that has been made. Yeah? So now it says, okay, update is completed. So if we refresh that, I hopefully see now for the correct contract what I want to do. See, yeah. So this is the field that we want to fill. Yeah. So what I wanted to share with you here is that you cannot only extract information, but that you can also use the Copilot for doing something for you. Yeah. And it might be an update, a simple update of a file. It might be the creation of a purchase order. Whatever you want, whatever you can achieve with the Power Platform can be incorporated here. And of course, just remember that we have different ways how we can chat with the document. You can do a kind of deep dive chat, looking into the document. Even if it's larger than the 3 megabytes, you can have a look at the SharePoint or Syntex columns and just deal with this information. And you can check whether the document is still the original one just by using standard out of the box encryption keys and doing a standard comparison. So a lot of things to do, and what you can do out of the box basically with Copilot Studio. Now, after this demo, let's go back to my PowerPoint for some closing remarks now. Okay, so after this demo, let's make a short summary of what we investigated. So first, we had a look at out-of-the-box Power Platform encryption features and connectors, what you can use here. Then we saw how we can extract data with Syntex and chat with the data using different ways. In Copilot Studio, then I had a look at document size limits and how you can circumvent them. And then, of course, we had a look at how we can update information, document information from Copilot Studio. Okay, so that's it for today, what I want to share. I hope you enjoyed it, and of course, looking forward to seeing you in the next post.